or my former circle, that would complain about the issues going on in America. But at the same time, they don't vote. So you're complaining about something you can directly have a hand in. So if you're going to talk about what's going on in these days and the issues, the political climate and all this, but you're not going to do anything about it with your voice, with your vote, then shut your mouth. It's that simple. So utilize your voices when it comes to voting. Now, I want to talk about this beautiful, wonderful country that we live in. Okay, now, it's unfortunate that there is a lot of negative connotations when it comes to this country. A lot of negativity when it comes to our history. When we look at the issues that we've overcome, like slavery, people like to say, well, Stephen, you're a black guy. Why in the world would you love a country that enslaved your people, right? Your race? And I would say, well, first and foremost, everyone was enslaved in America. Whites had black slaves, of course, as we know. Whites also had white slaves. You want to look at a subjugated people, look at the Irish. They were looked at as sometimes on par, if not worse, than blacks. When it comes to Native Americans had black slaves. When it came to blacks, we had black slaves. We also had white slaves. Everyone subjugated everyone. That's the essence of history. Not just American history, but world history. Then they'll say things like, well, Abraham Lincoln, right? Yeah, you say he freed slaves and all that type of thing, but don't you know that Abraham did say that one time that if I could preserve the Union, if I could save the Union without freeing any slaves, I would. And I say, yeah, he did say that. He did indeed say that. But unfortunately for you, that's only 1/3 of the quote. Abraham Lincoln said, if I could save the Union without freeing any slaves, I would. He also said, it continues, if I could save the Union by freeing all the slaves, I would. And if I could save the Union by freeing some of the slaves and leaving others alone, I would. And what he was doing was extolling the issues or the virtues of what a president is supposed to do. A president is supposed to preserve the Union, first and foremost. That's his main responsibility. And a few months later came the Emancipation Proclamation. So it looks like he did indeed make his choice. So there's a lot of different notions, a lot of different ideologies surrounding these spaces, especially these narratives online, in which they try to demoralize you into believing that this country is not a country worth fighting for. It's not a country worth saving or preserving. That we need to tear it all down and start anew. This is absolute fault. And whenever people promote this idea that we need to tear it down and start anew, we're dealing with people who are in the business of dividing and conquering our nation. This is something that Abraham Lincoln talked about and the Bible extols. That a house divided against itself cannot stand. So it's no wonder why we are faltering, because of the fact that there are so many people trying to divide us. There's so many people trying to say that having law and order in this country is a racist notion. The idea is that if you stand for your country, we were talking about this earlier, as a matter of fact, if you stand for this country, if you stand for our flag, that's racist. What? So let me see if I understand this correctly.
All CUEA members, please come to the staff lounge and cast your vote, please. All CUEA members, come to the staff lounge and cast your vote. Thank you.
Let me see if I understand this correctly. So if I'm here in America, right, and I fly a Chinese flag, that's okay. If I'm here in America and I fly a Mexican flag, that's okay. If I'm here in America and I fly some flag in Africa, Zimbabwe, that's okay. But if I fly the flag of my own country, that's all of a sudden racist. That makes literally no sense. And when people promote these ideologies, again, it goes back to the demoralization tactic that they're trying to employ when it comes to people like y'all. Because y'all are the next generation. Y'all are the people I am passing the baton on to. to run this race, to put America on your back and move towards the future. So it's incumbent on you to realize that there is indeed hope for our country. And it's people like you, young people like you, who can make the difference when it comes to that hope and extolling the virtues of upholding American values, morals, and precepts. Now, there is one thing that I think we need to really understand if we want to be successful within America. One thing, one major thing, and one thing only. And that thing is called merit. Who here understands what merit is? Anybody? Anybody? Yes, sir.
It's like the idea of basing things on achievement rather than like nepotism or anything like that.
Boom. Yes, indeed. It's about what you can achieve for yourself. Merit is comprised of three things. Okay? Three things. Your ability, your effort, and your character. Okay? Your ability, effort, and character. Those three things comprise merit, or build up to make merit. And with your merit, you're able to be able to have opportunities that will enable your success. Okay? So, ability. Okay, for example, who here likes to lift? Who here likes to lift? Come on, where my lifters at? There we go. Yeah! Oh. That was terrible. There we go. That's what I'm talking about. So to my fellow lifters, let's start with you. Why do you like to lift?
Because it makes me stronger.
Yeah. Get nice and strong. All kinds of muscles. Who else is lifters? Who are the other? You raise your hand, right?
Yeah, I like to be ready for baseball, like always stay in shape.
Let's go. That's the name of the game.
Yeah.
You gotta be prepared. And that's one of the reasons actually why I live, is because I believe that there's gonna come a point in time in my life where my life is gonna be in danger, or those around me. And I have to have a physical prowess to be able to do something about it. So I get it, trust me, you wanna be ready, you wanna stay ready. And you don't have to get ready if you stay ready. Who else likes to lift? Where are my lifters at? Yeah.
I don't know, like it's good for your health, and you also like you're satisfied after.
They're going right be satisfied after. We got a pump. We pumptastic. What about you in the back? Yes, sir.
Get in shape for football.
Come on. Like I said, you got to get ready to stay ready. So that's the beautiful thing about lifting in athletics. And I love athletics because it's something you can showcase with your prowess. And when it comes to those abilities, ma'am, how do you become strong? What abilities do you use to become strong?
Eat protein.
All kinds of proteins. Yes, indeed. What do you do to get prepared for football? What abilities do you focus on?
Myself.
But what position do you play?
Receiver.
Receiver. Okay, what abilities do you need to be a well-rounded receiver?
Speed and back coordination.
There it is. And that's what ability is. Your talent, your knowledge, your know-how. Right? When it comes to us as lifters, our strength. Right? What we can use, our gifts, our intelligence, our knowledge, how we're going to lift, how we're going to be able to pick the weight, whether we're doing time of attention, to more so focus on our endurance, or we're going to do more explosive movements to focus on the explosive power. You got to have the ability to do so. So you got to focus on those abilities. When it comes to football, you have to be able to utilize your speed and your agility and be able to have your know-how as to how to achieve this particular success in this particular position. All right? So to be successful in that particular position. So that's your ability. Okay? What you can utilize. What skills you have. Your effort. That's easy. What kind of hard work are you going to implement within yourself to be successful? What are you going to do? You can have all the abilities as a wide receiver. You can have all the abilities in the world. But what is the point if you don't do anything about it? If you don't provide any type of effort, you don't even work hard towards it. When it comes to me, what's the point of knowing how to lift and all the mechanics and all these sort of things if I'm not even going to put forth any effort? When it comes to your success, when it comes to your classrooms, when it comes to your classes, you can be the smartest person in here. If you put forth no hard work, you're really the dumbest person in here. That's the way it works. You have to utilize some type of effort to be successful in this country, to be successful, to be able to bring about such success. and your character. Now, when it comes to your character, it's your integrity, who you are as a person. Now, I know for me, when I live, I get tired. But am I going to quit? Quitting is not a part of my character. Am I going to say, oh, I got to beat a sweat, I'm going to stop lifting now. I had enough. Oh, my muscles are sore, I'm going to skip the next day. Oh, I'm going to skip leg day. Men, we do not skip leg day. Fellas, ooh, you ratted you out. You skip leg day?
Yeah.
Terrible individual. Terrible human being. You are ousted out of this room. Do leg day. You have to do leg day. You don't want to be an upside down triangle. You got to be proportionate. Okay? So do leg day. Honestly, I used to skip leg day all the time, so I'm actually talking to myself here. But your ability, effort, and character, these things are necessary to be successful, to bring about some type of opportunity to be able to be successful. That is what's necessary. Now, we live in a day and age, unfortunately, where people say, I don't want to, or I don't have any abilities. I don't have any abilities. I'm not going to focus on my abilities. Or I am so lazy, I don't want to put forth the requisite effort that's going to bring about my success. Or I have a terrible personality, and inside when I look at myself, I don't like what I see. My character sucks, but I still want to be successful. I still want success, even though I'm not willing to put forth the ability, effort, and character necessary to bring about my success. And there are these type of people who say, I want to be successful, even though I don't want to put in the work, even though I don't have any abilities, even though my character sucks, I still want to be successful. So instead of developing myself, I'm going to change society. I'm going to change society, and I want to be successful, and I want people to focus on my success or make me successful because of my skin color, because of the melanin in my skin. I want accolades. I want access to all the money in the world, all the success in the world, simply because of the color of my skin. And if you deny that, then you are a racist. There are people who say, based on me, based on me being a woman, right? I should have access to this success. And if you say that I can't be successful based on my womanhood, then you're a misogynist. Right? There's people who say, based on my disability, I should have this access to my success. Right? And if you don't give me this access to success, then you're an atheist. Right? Sexual orientation, all the way down the line. People make these excuses, and I'm so sick of it. It's time for us to realize what's going to enable our success. How would you like, right, to the wide receiver, right? How would you like if we said it's no longer going to be based on, we're not going to pick someone to be our starting wide receiver based on their skill, based on their merit. We're going to do it based on where is black on the field. They get the position. They can be terrible at it, but they get the position. Would you be cool with that? Thank you. You're racist. But that's the way society is trying to revolve around with all these race-based initiatives. Saying based on the color of your skin, you need to be uplifted and elevated to certain positions in life. That's not fair. If it's fair, if we're going to base things on fairness and actual equality instead of equity, then we're going to promote the idea of your merit, utilizing your merit, your ability, effort, and character. This is something everybody can do. Your character is one of the most important things you can utilize. Frederick Douglass, right? Former abolitionist, in the 1800s, he had a great quote. He said, and he was talking about the black community here. He said, a change in our political condition could do little for us without character. Character is the important thing, and without it, we must continue to be marked for degradation and stamped with a brand of inferiority. With character, we shall be powerful. Nothing can harm us long when we get character. And it's unfortunate because you look at the current plight of the black community, and we're at the bottom of many socioeconomic statistics because of one thing that we are deficient in and that we're not developing, which is indeed our character. You can throw all the money at the wall, you can throw all the opportunities, you can throw whatever you want, but at the end of the day, if our character is not developed, we will not be powerful. We need to have a society that promotes the idea of character, that promotes the idea of merit, because that will enable your success every single time. There's also a great quote by Booker T. Washington. Absolutely a phenomenal individual, again in the 1800s, former slave. And I think if anyone could speak to these things, I would think former slaves would fit the bill. Okay? Frederick Douglass, Booker T. Washington, two former slaves who rose to the heights of success, advised presidents. Okay, that was the essence of these individuals. And Booker T. Washington said, every persecuted individual and race should get much consolation out of the great human law, which is universal and eternal, that merit, no matter under what skin found, is in the long run recognized and rewarded. And when it comes to you guys, your merit will always be recognized. If you put forth the requisite effort in this country, you will be rewarded. If you slack off in your position as a wide receiver, what happens? Do you get elevated? Do you get more playing time? You don't get no playing time? You don't get more playing time if you slack off. Oh, shoot. Is that your bell?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I want to say thank you guys for your time. I appreciate it. Work on your ability, effort, and character. Make yourself better for success so that you can actually earn that which you want. Thank you guys for your time.